For export, we have export boxes that we do right here. So you can come to the back.
So you export them in boxes?
Yes, we export them live, not dead.
Okay.
Or processed. So the FDA ones are for local consumption. We have large, very large snails like this for export.
As part of my mission to promote Ghana and the youth who are doing well for this country, I set off to Dansoman, a city in the Greater Accra region, where I met this young entrepreneur and a farmer who actually pursued a degree in civil engineering.
I am a civil engineer by education, but currently I'm a bona fide farmer.
But because of the massive unemployment rates in the country, he decided to do something for himself by starting his own company.
Currently here we employ about 24 people here alone, where some build the greenhouse, some till the soil, some work with snails, and we have drivers and other artisans like that as well.
He started with rearing of snails in packets, and now export to Germany, France, and the others. His company also builds greenhouses for clients to rear the snails.
So far, as it stands now, we have about 214 greenhouses.
Meet Felix Apienyako, the CEO and founder of Trisolace Farms, as he talks about his life and how he made it so far, his challenges and the way forward. If you like this video and would want to see more, kindly subscribe to my channel as it motivates us to do more for you.
Viewers, this is the facility. In fact, I can count about 3 greenhouses and other one here that is being constructed. But then I will leave the man in charge to talk and give us a brief description of what is going on here. I see a lot of things here. Take us through what you do here.
Okay, so we have a large market for snails, and then we saw that we cannot do it alone because we didn't have enough capital when we were starting. So as every good business, we planned on how to make it in such a way that we can fulfill the market and still create jobs. So we then broke it down into off-taker agreement, like you have a land and you have a house, or you have a land somewhere you want to do it. So we will set it up on your own farm with all the irrigation system and let you take care of it. And when it is ready, we come back and buy from you, giving you market, and you also employ a few people where we will be able to do all that. So this is where we cut the metals, we do the fabrication. We are one of the only companies in Ghana that manufacture the greenhouses here in Ghana.
Yourself?
Every other person imports.
Wait, oh.
Yes.
You have engineers that do everything here?
Yes, we have engineers that weld, that fabricate. We do the bolts and nuts, everything here ourselves in Trisolace here. Most people import from elsewhere, China, other places, but we are the only ones that can build you bespoke models. When it comes, it's already in its own shape. But here, we build from any shape you want, we can build for you.
Wait, oh. But then I know you to be a civil engineering student.
Yes.
Let's pick it from there before you go into details. As you even said, you are an engineer, civil engineer.
Yes.
So how come this?
Okay. So with innovation, so I sort of learned how to do all these things. And with civil engineers, we deal with loads, we deal with design, structures. So it wasn't a difficult switch. So I saw that I could do that. And then there are guys that are also very good at the welding aspect. So when you draw or design something for them, it's easy for them to do it. That's how come we are doing everything ourselves. People who import it cost about 4 times what ours cost, because we are buying all the metals, cutting and doing all the fabrication here.
Okay, well, we will go into details about the cost and everything, but then for now, take us through what you do here and what you have here.
Okay, so we do the fabrication, the welding. So this is an example of the doors that we do. So we've built the doors here. So each door represents one greenhouse that we are going to build for someone. Each ladder represents one. So this is about 7 greenhouses you see here alone.
Okay, so the door is the entrance.
Yes, entrance.
So one greenhouse will have one entrance.
One door, exactly.
So this is about 7
Yeah,
here.
these are about 7 projects right here. And we have other metals elsewhere. So we have grouped them in parts. So when they are going and you want 2 greenhouses, they take 2 doors, take 2 ladder, take 2 this, take 2 that, and they write everything, and then we take it to your site.
Okay, so right now, if somebody gives you a call, I need a greenhouse, within how many days?
Within 2 days, everything is done. When we come to your site to build, we spend just 3 days. We don't sleep at your place, we sleep inside the greenhouse. We have our own tents that will come, and the guys will sleep there. Build it in just 4 days, and then we are out of your hair. With poly tank, with the irrigation, everything done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is the aspect of the greenhouse.
Yes.
Let's go through the snails. How you are adding farming to it.
Okay.
How you are adding farming to it, because I can see some greenhouse here with, what is that?
So this is pepper, and we have some broccoli.
Oh, okay.
So we are also, so the same principle we use for the snail greenhouse is the same thing we use for the veggies. The only difference is the color of the net. So this is for snail greenhouse, but we're using it to reduce temperature, and this is for vegetable greenhouse. So the only difference is just the color of the net. So these ones are used to test seeds. So sometimes the people want to know if the seed will do well.
Okay.
From Europe, it will do well
maybe
here.
You are trying a new seed.
Exactly. So we build everything here, test it.
So you have a whole tent for just experiments.
For experiments only. So that is what this. So we have broccoli, which is the foreign tree type veggies that we eat.
Okay.
And then we have pepper, a different type of it. And then we have other peppers as well. So that is for this particular greenhouse.
Okay,
So
then I think our cameras can capture it there. Then.
Okay.
Okay.
So we are testing individual. So like it's just a few, just to test how it is. And this is Raja tomatoes. So these are some of the tomatoes, and these are some pepper. They have already started flowering. And then this is a different type of pepper as well. So we're just testing how it works. And this was built by us here in Ghana. Everything was fabricated by us straight here.
Well, let me be a layman here. In fact, I'm a layman to this. What is the essence of a greenhouse?
Okay, so the concept actually is new to Ghana, right? So the people who have snow in Europe want to grow all year round, but the snow doesn't allow them. So they have to build controlled environment where no water will come in, no snow will come in, and the plants will, the very little sunlight or heat that it gets, it can be able to keep the plants alive. And then we go and purchase the whole thing, bring it here with all the very hot tarpaulins that they come with, and then it burns all our plants. So we even fabricate ones that have, it's cooler here. Yeah. But if you go in other people's greenhouse, you can't breathe.
Very hot.
Very hot. So it kills all the plants. But here, we're able to utilize it and make it suit the temperature that we have in Ghana.
Oh, okay. So you supply, like you control everything it gets?
Yes.
Including watering?
Water. The soil is not even actual soil. It is known as coconut peat. It is made from coconut fiber that is grinded.
Okay.
So this is better for carrots and other things like that, because when carrots meet stone, it deforms. Yeah. It turns. But this one, it will go straight. It doesn't have any stones in there. So it's able to build it and make it very conducive.
So you said this one is what?
This is pepper. These are peppers. And then this is also a different type of pepper. So these are two various.
And this one is?
This is broccoli. We have broccoli and cucumber. No, this is cabbage. And we have broccolis at the back for broccolis, yes.
And this one is tomato?
Tomatoes, yeah. We're just testing how it will feel, how it will look like here.
Wow. Oh, okay. Then, is it expensive building this one?
So if you import, duties, and they can't bring you a small size. They will have to bring you a large size. So when you come, then you have to pay someone to cut it into sections. So whether you need it or not, it's like going to buy a cloth, and instead of buying 6 yards or 2 yards, they say we don't sell it like we sell it a bundle. So they give you 100 yards, and you come and you have to cut it accordingly. So ours is less expensive because the client can show us the size they want, the specification, like make it very cold or make it very hot, depending on the plants you are doing.
I should attest, it's very cool here, and I think every plant would be happy to have this environment.
Sure.
Well, let's go to the other places where the snails are. Okay, so as I told you earlier, we are still touring through leaders. We are still going through our Trisolace Company Limited, the whole area here that we have a lot. And this is one of the biggest, in fact, one of the greenhouse that is making waves. Tell us more about this one too.
Okay, so like I said, we had the market. So if we come and we build this for you, it's easier for you to take care of it because it's a controlled environment. Controlled environment means that you give them water, you give them food, you give them everything, but they can't escape because they are inside the greenhouse. So we'll come to your house and install this whole facility, including the water storage tank, or as it is called, poly tank, with the stand, with all the irrigation that you see inside, and then the plants. We will grow all that for you so that you take care of your snails, and then when they are ready, we'll come and buy back from you. So there's another facility behind that. We buy all the snails back because we need a lot of snails, but we cannot do it all alone. That's why we are helping people do it, and then we buy back from them.
Well, can we have a look?
Yes, let's go in. So there's a bigger one,
and there's a lot of greens here.
Yes, so this is where we transplant. So we will transplant sweet potatoes, cocoyam leaves, all that into the client's place, which will provide shelter and also provide food for the snails. And we also have processed food that we do. So these we transplant them into the client's greenhouse so that they grow faster. Yeah, instead of
Wow. So viewers, as you can see now, we are inside one of the Trisolace greenhouse, and this is my first time ever entering into anything like this, and it looks very, very durable. In fact, the metals and everything, and it's cool inside here.
Yeah, very cool.
So this is the snail. So all these crops that are in it, you can harvest them.
Yes, but we don't advise the clients to eat them because they are for the snails. So if you want to compete with the snails, that means they won't have food. So our cocoyam leaves grow the largest. We have some of the largest cocoyam leaves because of the color of the net. So the net reduces the temperature by up to about 40% less. That's why it's shining outside, but you can't feel it here because of the net, the shade net. It's known as shade net. So we have the snails here, and we will do everything for the client. We will plant all the plantain, the cocoyam leaves, the sweet potato, everything for the client. And once it is done, we will put in the dried leaves as well, and then give snails to the client as part of the facility. So when you open up, you see a lot of the snails and eggs. So these are eggs and snails. You find them everywhere. So it's a natural system, which makes it very conducive for the snails to stay here.
So they live as if they are in their natural habitat.
Exactly, exactly. Oh, wabbing.
So it means that under all these dry leaves, there are snails.
There are snails. Everywhere you look, there are snails. And we step on these so that we don't step on the snails. So yes, that's how we walk through.
So if you step on any dry leaf, you might
yes, exactly, that's it. So places like this, you find snails. Everywhere you check, there are snails everywhere.
Wow.
Everywhere you check, there are snails.
And I can see that they are eating from the
the cocoyams and the sweet potatoes and everything in here is their food. It provides shade as well as food. So every day the snails have food and then shelter as well.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So you see how heavy they are. Very
Yes.
heavy, very strong.
You can see this. Snails inside Dansoman.
Yes, in the
Inside
city.
in the city. Snails.
City.
These things you have to see them in the forest though. But then, wow. God bless you for this innovative idea and making it so, because these animals are going in extinction. So
Yes, yes, they
because
are.
of our climate
Yes.
changes, and we are
Pesticides.
virtually cleaning everything green in our city.
Yes,
To build storage
exactly,
buildings.
exactly.
Oh, fine.
And
So
then these provide water as well. So the sprinklers make sure that there's water in the greenhouse every time. So when you turn it on, it spins, it turns, and then the water sprinkles everywhere. So you see that the snails will be okay with the food, and they also give them additional food, whilst they also eat the cocoyam leaves.
So
as well.
how many snails can this house alone take?
So this setup alone can take about 15,000 snails.
15,000.
Yes. So the good thing is they take advantage of the walls, the plants. You can see that some will be inside the plants, and some will be hanging on top, like here.
Yeah. I think
you
the
can see.
camera can.
You can see some there, right? They will be hiding everywhere. So
Then I think it's because of the sun that they
exactly,
have
they've moved from there. In the evening, you come and everywhere there are snails.
But you enter here and it's as if they are
Exactly, they are hiding from the sunlight.
15,000 for just this
yes,
one.
for this one.
So meaning that what is the size, the diameter?
This is 7.5 meters by 5 meters, or 37.5 meters squared.
Viewers, as I see this house, most of the houses around can afford to do at
Exactly.
least one of this, and 15,000 snails in one pen.
Yeah.
Just throw your cassava leaves,
Your leftovers.
your
here.
leftovers, just plant these things there, and
They grow.
they grow. 15,000.
And once it's ready, we come, we buy, we pay you instantly.
So when someone does it, who gives them the snails?
Yeah, we do. So it's
You
all
stock
part of
it?
the package.
Okay.
A to Z. The client doesn't pay anything again or do anything. We don't say go to the forest and look for snails, or no. We will
You
bring
do everything.
Everything. The plants you see, the rotten leaves, the dried leaves, the irrigation, the water storage, everything is done by us.
Oh, okay. How long does it take for this for a snail to hatch or maybe lay?
Yeah, so the hatchlings, so let's say they lay today, it takes about 21 days for them to hatch, and then it takes a whole year for them to be big for the market. But the good thing is you don't feed them that like other animals where you have to feed them in the morning, afternoon, and evening. That's why you just leave them here. They eat all the food in here. If you want them to grow faster, then you add some supplement food that we have. We also sell you the supplement food as well. So it's a full package.
Meaning that instead of leaving our environment as a recreational center, and we will always be
Getting people to weed.
month after month, if you get this house,
It's okay.
it will generate at least meat for you and also money for you.
Exactly. And maybe employment for one of your kids or someone you know in your area.
Well, before coming here, I remember doing some research and I realized there's this serious demand for snails in
That's true.
even international sense.
Yes, that's true. Okay, so we have a foreign market. We send snails to London, US, Germany, all that, especially for the African side, you know. And then we have a lot of restaurants in France that want the smaller ones. That's why we buy from the client at a year old. So those ones we export to France, and the other ones we export to Europe and other Americas and the other places. So there's a large market for snails, and we ship them next day delivery. They are in wherever they are going, so they don't die.
Wow.
Yes.
So you do the house, Trisolace will do everything,
Yes.
coach you, train you, after a year buy from
Buy
you.
back. Yes. We don't just say, we sign a contract. with you that states clearly that if you don't have a market, we are obligated to come and buy from you. So that's what we do. And we've been doing this for 5 to 7 years now. So, yes.
Okay, so we are still in Trisolace Company Limited, and I had this question. So, does the farmer water it? When does he water it? Manually or when? Because I foresee somebody being interested and would have to carry water and be watering it every day.
No. So the good thing is that we build it as a system. So it has integrated water system. So we'll come with a water storage tank, or the one they call poly tank, on a stand with irrigation and everything. And when you turn one switch on outside, the whole place is flooded. It comes on and then it gives water to the whole place.
So the package comes with the water system.
Everything, even the poly tank, the water system, the stand that the poly tank will be on. It doesn't use electricity. It just uses normal pressure. So this is pressure bar. It's just normal pressure, gravity that it uses to distribute the water.
So meaning that even if you are in an area that is having
there's no electricity,
very poor water system, you can always store.
Exactly.
Okay. So let's see how the system is done here.
Yes. So that's our tank up there.
Okay.
On a stand. But when we come to your place, we won't build a concrete one. We'll build a metal one. Okay. And then we'll stand and we'll put there. So when you turn it on like this, so this is the filter, the systems. So even the water in there is filtered for the snails.
When immediately he turned on, all the water, the sprinklers are working, and I think the cameras can enter
and get
enter. Oh, okay. So you don't do anything. You just have to
just switch it on, and you are okay.
Wow. No electricity.
No electricity, gravity.
This is modernized farming. In fact, I really like it. Oh, okay. So viewers, as you can see, no matter how old you are, this can even be a workout for you. This can be a very good thing for you. And I want to encourage all those who are going for retirement, those who want to invest something with their retirement money. You can just call them. I'm sure he will give us a raw figure of how much this thing costs, so that you invest. If you have a garden, if you have a small backyard land, you can also invest, and then they will get you. So it comes with everything, with the snails, with the sprinklers, with the greenhouse, with the poly tank.
Yes, it's a whole package. So we saw that people will be taking care of this animal for a whole year. And if you make it too tedious, they won't do it. But if you make it so simple, so in the morning what you do is just go around it and see that nowhere is torn or nothing is compromised. Then just turn on your water for 5 minutes, you are done for the day. And then in the evening you come and put food in there to help them grow faster. That's all you do.
What kind of food?
So we have packaged foods that we do as well, that we sell. So for the first instance, we give it to you for free for you to feed to the snails. But from the next year onwards, you buy from us and then you use it to feed the snails.
Let me quickly ask this thing. How with this kind of work, how many people are you working with now?
Okay, so here alone we employ 24 people in the greenhouse side alone. 24. Some are welding, some are cutting, some are weaving the net, some are doing what is called wind installation, some are doing the piping and the systems, and some are digging the trenches and all that. And there are those that also take care of the snails, bring you the snails, plant everything in there. So it's a whole system.
Wow. Okay, 24
people here.
Because we met some people when we came here. They are all staying here.
They are all work staff. Yeah.
Okay, so you have workers on site.
Yes. So this place alone, we are housing all the workers here.
Okay.
We saw that a lot of them come from other rural places and don't have a place to stay and work. So the whole place is built like a hostel where they have bunker bed, top and down beds that they sleep here. So we have about 4 rooms here that take care of all the workers. So they have a place to stay. There's a washroom, there's a TV center, everything in there for them. Yes.
Hey. And I'm really impressed with what my brother is doing here, because he's a very young man who is striving to break that chain of there's no job, there's unemployed youth association of Ghana and the rest. Because he's my brother. I will be telling you something later. He's my brother. I've known him from Kumasi. Anybody who have stayed in Bremen, who have stayed in Atonsu, Esli, and the Chapati area, you know him.
Yeah.
But then we think about all these things. We'll go back to the office and you tell us how this whole agenda or how this whole process started.
Okay.
But I can see some nets here. Okay. You have materials that are already bought.
Yes. So every time prices are going up, so we buy materials in bulk. This is a UV shade net. It can last for 10 years in the sun without going bad. So this is what we use to cover the greenhouse. One is 100 meters by 4.2 meters, which is very long. So just one of them can build about 3 greenhouses or 4 greenhouses. So we have stockpiles. We have some in the storage room as well. We have metal. We have pipes like these that we use for the irrigation. Everything is here. We buy the metal. We buy top quality stuff everywhere.
Do you sell the snails like?
Yes, we have, like I said earlier, we have FDA approved snails that we package and we sell to restaurants, hotels, and even outside Ghana. Yes, and we do deliveries. Yes, we do deliveries as well. So this is one of the delivery bikes. When you buy, immediately you buy, we bring it to you, straightforward.
Okay. Yes. That is great. That is great. That is great. Well, I'm enjoying this whole conversation, and we are in Dansoman, in Trisolace Company Limited.
Yes.
A company that is started by a young entrepreneur. In fact, I am more interested in the young entrepreneur. Don't be.
Oh, don't worry.
Don't be misled by the. Don't be misled by the beer. He's that young, and I must commend you. You are really doing well.
Thank you, sir.
And we can see all this place too is green.
Yes.
With cocoa
yams. Yes.
So most of your foods you take
we pick from here and go to the client's place. This is some are sawdust, some are manure, and these two we grow for the house for the guys to eat. Because we are trying to use the whole space. So we are telling people that it doesn't matter if you are in the city, you can still grow your own food at your backyard. This is where Echampon did that. Yes, Echampon started the Operation Feed Yourself. One man, one backyard farm. That's why all these lands are left.
In this area?
In Dansoman. Dansoman was one of the largest estates in West Africa. Okay. And even the whole of Africa at that time. I don't know whether it's still. So they intentionally left these sites for people to grow their own food.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is wonderful, eh? This is very nice.
Okay, for export, we have export boxes that we do right here. So you can come to the back.
So you export them in boxes?
Yes, we export them live, not dead.
Okay.
Or processed. So the FDA ones are for local consumption. We have very large snails like this for export. So these are all large, very, very large ones for export. Huge ones for export.
Seriously?
Yeah. All these are for export. And then we package them in boxes.
So you read these ones?
Yes, we bought this from other farmers who started like 3 years ago.
So some of your clients that you
are ready, yes, and we buy back from them and then resell. And these are the export boxes here. So we package them in boxes like this.
Now this snail here is very big.
Yes, it's expensive. Very expensive.
Now, even in our local markets, snails like this,
they do 4 for 200 cedis.
Yeah. Yes.
4 for 200 cedis. Yeah.
And you export them in what?
Boxes, live ones like this. So we cut the nets. We can put it down. We cut the nets like this, maybe a short one like this, and put it in like this, and put the snails up to about 30 pieces or 20 pieces, and we cover it, and we export it like that.
Wow.
So the next day is in Germany, the next day is in France, the next day is everywhere that they.
And I know exporting internationally is very difficult. So
yes,
if you are doing it, then it means you have met all standards.
We have all the standards available for the greenhouses for the raising of the snails. So yes, we have all that standards.
You are doing really well.
Yeah, we have all the certificates. We've paid for every certificate. We can go to the market that was very difficult to enter was London or United Kingdom, but we're able to do that. And the snails are certified because they eat household food. There are no toxins or no poison. No toxins or poisons in there. So yeah, that's how we do it. So we have all the certification, all the documents that is needed.
And then viewers, as you can see from all these boxes, you can see they are really doing it.
Yes.
This is not something that is staged or something that they are now about to do it or. Oh, okay.
So we have even some here, yeah. We have some here as well.
Wow. This one there.
That's the giant. So we have them everywhere. Everywhere you see, we have snails. And they are doing very well. They're doing excellent for export.
Very, very nice. Very, very nice. And you just take some of the cocoyam leaves
and put it in, yes. And then we ship everything. Excellent. And the next day is in Germany, next day is in Canada, France, next day delivery. So they don't take long. They don't stay in the.
So far, how many deliveries have you done?
I've done close to 20 batches like this, international. Yeah.
International.
Yeah. And you get them for very good prices when you go international. That's why everybody is fighting for export.
Yeah.
So if you do just this consignment, the amount of money you are spending and the amount of money you earn is serious.
Well, this is where we draw the curtains for this section. We will continue on in our next video as Mr. Felix continues to give us more details as to how to do business with him and the packages and offers they have for any potential clients. Don't forget to subscribe and share this video.